Nope. I know. I don't own the rights to that music, YouTube. But I played it right off your channel, so eat that. It's off your channel. So if you're gonna get anybody, ban yourself. Don't come at me, please. Thank you. Alright. So how we doing today? Alrighty. Episode 14 here of We Still Got More Rockin' to Do, bitch. I did the title shot and the theme song all in one take right there, instead of separating the two. Threw a little curveball at your ass today. And like I said, Stained is going to be who we're going to be covering today, obviously, because I came in with the Stained song, so I'm not going to, cover a different band and at least come in on the song of the band, at least one of the songs, I should say. This place was at the show was at the Virgin Theater, at the Virgin Hotel Casino. It holds close to 4,000 people, and I'll bet you there was every bit of 4,000 people there. This is an older show from last year, September 18th of 2022, and the reason why I'm going over this show is because this August 26th, a few weeks from now, Stained and Godsmack are going to be here doing a show together. I went to both shows they did last year separately from each other, their own stuff, and it was awesome. So to have both those bands in the same venue, same night, that's going to be phenomenal. So yeah, I wanted to cover the Stained show. It was a very interesting show. I usually don't I won't bash opening bands and stuff, because all we ask for the opener, if they're not like a big name opener, like if you're like, oh, I never heard of these guys, all you're just expecting is just give me something halfway decent. It doesn't have to blow my mind, but just don't put me to sleep or don't piss me off. Just get through the half hour, 40 minutes you got up there, or whatever the case is, and then get off the stage and let us get to the band that we paid to see, which is the headliner. So in this show, the headliner was awesome. Stained rocked the house, which I will get to that here in a little bit. The band they had open for them, and like I said, I'm always easy. I'm always a little, I graded on a huge curve when it comes to the opening bands that nobody knows about. They're just trying to get out there, trying to get a name going. I can't do it on this one. Me and my son, they're like the joke of bad bands in this home is, we'll always come back to it. And this band was called Fortune. It was very unfortunate that we had to witness that shit. It was fucking horrible. My son, if he was in here right now, he's actually getting a job right now and getting all the paperwork and stuff caught up for that. That's a different kind of story. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to mention it real quick. That's why he's not here, because I would have had his ass in here to ask him about what he thought about Fortune still, just so you all could see his reaction. It's priceless. And they were utter shit. Now when they come out, the first couple songs were like, I didn't recognize what the songs were, so I figured they were like Fortune originals. And they should have called themselves Misfortune, because it was fucking horrible. But anyway, the first two songs, like I was saying, wasn't bad. It was like, okay, whatever. I was actually getting ready to stand up and give them, I was going to start jamming early to the opener, because I was like, the first couple of songs, not bad. They sounded like originals, because I didn't recognize them as being like songs I've ever heard before, like old cover tunes or nothing. So I was like, all right. And then they played song number 3. Keep in mind, this is a crowd, we're here to see Stained. I'm almost guaranteed none of the fucking people in the crowd were there to see Fortune. We're all there to see Stained. And this band whips out Poker Face by Lady Gaga on the 3rd track. And man, that was hard. It was hard to deal with. It was tough because it was like, even my son's like, what the fuck, Dad? And I'm like, I can't explain it, son. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask for this. And that's all I could really say was, I just wanted him to stop. Finally, the song stopped. There was maybe like 6 people that were cheering in the crowd. For the people that weren't in their seats yet and were still kind of out getting drinks or out mingling with the people or out the souvenir stand, that was probably the best spot for you while this band was on stage. I wish I would have done that myself, but sometimes I'm a fucking dumbass. Anyway, a few songs later, like I said, they already whipped out Lady Gaga for us, which the STAIND crowd is, know your crowd, people. Know your crowd a little bit. Horrible. So they decided to go ahead and play the song, which is a song that I love and a lot of you probably love too, even though it's considered disco rock or disco whatever. I don't care. This is a badass tune. It's called Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Well, Misfortune here decided to shit all over that like Amber Heard shit on Johnny Depp's bed. Big old grumpy when they did Staying Alive. And even my son digs Staying Alive. He can even get down to Staying Alive when he hears the Bee Gees version. This version flat out sucked. I mean, a dude on Fremont that plays the fucking upside down 5-gallon buckets and shit sounded better than this, man. And that's not a knock on the guy on Fremont, because he actually does a hell of a job. Misfortune suck Big Llama's balls, man. Just both at the same time, even not even one at a time. Just it was bad. Anyway, so I've already kind of expressed how I'm feeling right now, and a lot of the crowd feeling the same way. We're all confused. A lot of us pissed off. Just want STAIND to come on. We just want these guys to leave. We don't even care if they just leave. Don't even finish your set. Just leave now. But no. Nope. We got to have one more big old grumpy for y'all. We're going to butcher a Metallica song now for you. It wasn't enough that they played Lady Gaga. They butchered the Bee Gees. Now let's go ahead and butcher Metallica. So they whip out Enter Sandman. Maybe like 9 people were trying to get down to it because they're like, oh, Enter Sandman. But then they realized, well, these guys sound like fucking garbage. So it was hard then to get into it. And a lot of us that were there to see STAIND, and at this point we're just like, just leave, dudes. Just take your instruments, or just Pete Townsend that shit and just start smashing your instruments and just leave. Because smashing their instruments at this point would be probably the best thing they could give us. And I'm sorry, like I said, I had never started this show to be like a critique guy, 2 thumbs up or 2 thumbs down bullshit like that. Like I said, I don't have a favorite concert that I've been to because I love them all kind of guy. But that was fucking horrible, man. I mean, like, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd have to give it -8. I mean, they didn't even like, just go. Please, just go. And I'm sorry if I sound too negative about this band. STAIND makes up for it. But this was horrible. Like I've said, I've mentioned great opening bands before. Sir Please still comes to mind. REO Speedwagon's opener, Kevin Cronin's son's band, they rocked ass. Even if they didn't rock as much ass and just didn't suck, then it's cool. That's all we ask out of the opening band that we don't know about. This band was flat out shit. I got so flustered I forgot to introduce my new Funko Pops. We got Peace of Mind Eddie, Live After Death Eddie, Power Slave Album Eddie, and all 4 members of KISS. I got a hell of a deal on the KISS ones. Plus their faces glow in the dark and shit. They fucking glow in the dark, man. But one thing that they need to do in these, where they're going to do like the record, they got the front of the record, of course, but instead of just blank white, they need to do what the back of the record would look like. So Funko Pop people, if you're listening to me, do the back too. Send me the royalty check when it comes through. Thank you. All right, on to STAIND. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I never thought it would come to this as far as the negativity of that, going to a live concert. But anyway, so STAIND comes out. Yes, awesome. Yes, hell yeah. Right away, they come out with the song Eyes Wide Open. Good tune. Then they go another song, one of my favorites, Open Your Eyes. Really good tune off one of their more popular albums. I can't remember the album name at the time right now, but damn it, that's going to kill me through the rest of the show because I'm going to be thinking about that now. So let's forget about that. YouTube the song if you want to listen to it. It's badass. Then they come in another song, one of my favorites is Not Again. Then they do Fade, Raw, Something to Remind You. And then they do a song called Intro, which is pretty good. Crawl, Paper Jesus is actually a pretty decent tune. And then they start getting in, they're going to start to get into like the big STAIND hits. Not that some of these other ones already weren't badass, because they are. But if you know anything about STAIND, you're going to be recognizing these next tunes a lot. Song number 10 was Right Here. A lot of people think, Right Here Waiting. Badass rock ballad, one of my favorite rock ballads of all time. Phenomenal tune. It could even kind of raise some emotions up when you really think about the lyrics. I mean, the lyrics are awesome, the music, and the guitars and the drums, all bad. It's a brilliant song. If you haven't heard it, give it a listen. It is really awesome. Then they do a song called Outside, another song called Paper Wings, So Far Away, which, if I'm not mistaken, So Far Away was on a movie. I just thought of it. I should have reviewed that when I was writing the stuff down, but I didn't even think about it then. But I think it was in a movie. If not, it should be. It's a great tune. Another good heart-crunching rock ballad. And then one of my favorite tunes, and a tune that I came in on the show, was called For You. Then they do It's Been a While. And then they finish up with Mud Shovel, which was off their first album. I think one of the first songs that kind of put STAIND on the map, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while, so I think Mud Shovel was one of their first songs where like fans were like, "Hey, we got these guys rock." So, and like I said, throughout the years, they've mixed in really good power rock ballads too. And when a rock ballad is done right, sometimes that's some of the best stuff, man. Whether you like it or not, it's awesome. Awesome show. STAIND made up for misfortune there at the beginning. Man, it was horrible. Still have nightmares. Like I said, it's a joke in this house when we talk about shit bands. It's misfortune. So, Fortune, if you're out there, get better, please. Don't play Lady Gaga. Don't cover great songs unless you can do it correctly, please. Thank you. And the only other song I wish maybe they would have played is another rock ballad that STAIND has called Waste. I know some of y'all are probably thinking of a couple other tunes, but for me, they pretty much they ticked all the boxes except like I said, Waste. But they haven't been playing Waste in any other city. There's just one that, like I said, it's a wish list kind of thing. If I was going to write up a show, that one would have been in there. So, but I don't get to write up their shows. They got to write up their shows, or they got people that do it for them. Whatever the case, they're not worried about little old me here in the Vegas Valley. And that's pretty much all I got today. Like I said, man, it's it's kind of one of those reviews where it's like you're gonna have to deal with some shit to get to the good, which is pretty much how that concert was. I had it with me and my son, and the other 4,000 people had to deal with that. So, STAIND and Godsmack coming back August 26th. If some of you ain't got a Vegas vacation planned yet or a weekend, hey, come on out. Shit. We're going to see, we also got the Peter Frampton concert the 18th, which is going to be awesome. And there's another concert I'm going to the 25th. That's going to be Danzig and Behemoth and like two other hardcore aggressive metal bands that are maybe my last appearance in the pit, because I'm getting old. I'm almost 47 years old. I can't be getting into pits like that too much anymore. There's a difference between standing on the floor jamming and when there's a pit in the particular shows. And this particular show I'm going to be going to is going to be pretty aggressive. But we'll see how it goes. I'm getting pretty old for that stuff to be doing that. Yeah, it's hard enough to do air guitar and air drums for a whole show. And air vocals. All right, I'm going to get going now. Everybody be good. Remember to like, click, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Oh, boy. Anyway, it's been fun again. Like I said, man, we keep rocking these out. And I like doing them. I don't care about making no money, but I am trying to maybe eventually get some credentials where I can get backstage and interview some of these people. And then we can have some really good rock review shows when I throw in an interview also with like one of the rockers that are there, or maybe the guy that sets up the stage and guitars for the band on tour and stuff, you know. I mean, just little stuff like that. It gets you in where you're talking to the bigger people and stuff. So you never know. Like I said, I live in Vegas. You just never know what's going on out here, and I want to be prepared just in case shit goes down good. So, all right, I'm going to get out of here. You all be good. I'll see you all next Tuesday. I love you all. Don't forget to, tell your people what we're doing here. Trying to get the word out. Trying to go to some concerts. Like I said, I still got 2 Cult tickets available. If you come out to Vegas, come see me. You'll have to hang with me for a little while, but we're going to be at a concert. Maybe we do some party favors together, stuff like that. We'll have a good time. I always have fun at my concerts, even with the band as shitty as Misfortune. But Stained was awesome, like I said. Go Stained. We'll see you here in a few weeks. Stained and Godsmack. Thank you very much. Y'all peace out. Be good. Remember, we still got more rocking to do, bitches. Woo!